Okay, Heart Sutta, we don't need to recite Heart Sutta actually, just morning, right? But those two ladies led, that's why we do.
We didn't quite dispel our obstacles before we started the retreat. We were talking.
I really glad that last night we did some recite mantra for the obstacles. Otherwise, they had, more. Yeah.
We were hitchhiking for a while.
All right. Everybody calm down. Now, teaching. This will be 1:45 to 3 o'clock. For the actual practice, performed path Guru Yoga, there are, remember, 3 stages. We visualize in the field of merit, that's one. We talked about a little bit that. But again, I will explain you Guru Rinpoche. That's the when we visualize Padmasambhava, when you practice Guru Yoga, you visualize Padmasambhava. So maybe it's really nice if you understand, little bit understand about Padmasambhava. So I'm going to explain about him. Padmasambhava lived in the 8th century. 8th century. And he came from India, where he was born into a royal family. At the time of his birth, there was an Indian king called Indabut. Indian king Indabut. And this king founded Guru Rinpoche, and he's sitting on a red lotus flower in a sea that is located somewhere between Pakistan and India. It was at that time the king Indabut decided to adopt Padmasambhava, the Guru Rinpoche, and raised him to be the next king. I don't think King Indabut has any children. So he is a king. So he adopted Padmasambhava for the next king. But Guru Rinpoche did not like that, Indian king's idea at all, because, he doesn't like that. But his father, Indian king, refused. So Guru Rinpoche used many skillful means to change his father's mind. But Guru Rinpoche broke his father's rules, didn't sort of listen to him. And Guru Rinpoche spent a lot of time actually in the cemeteries. I think he just went there and practiced, or then finally the king let him go free. I mean, he can't adopt because Padmasambhava doesn't like his idea, and then he just let him go. And even though as a child, I think he's 8 years old, he founded him. He already has actually capacity to help others and understand very well. After that, Tibetan king Tsong Debsen of the Tibetan, I think 30 something, I think king Tsong Debsen, and he invited Guru Rinpoche to come to Tibet to help subdue the sort of evil forces that were destroying the country at that time, I mean the religion. Padmasambhava actually grew, when the Indabit founded him, he was 8 years old, but then he let him go and he went to many places, India, Nepal, Bhutan, many places. And then after Padmasambhava, the Tibetan king invite to Tibet. And then, of course, Padmasambhava went to Tibet, and he built Tibet the first monastery. We call it Sami Monastery. Right now, it's in Lhasa. It's very close to Lhasa. Padmasambhava built that monastery, and to start the also first monks and taught them sort of people about Tantric Buddhism. That's why I think Padmasambhava is so important to Tibetans and Tibetan Buddhism. We called him second Buddha. Second Buddha. So, and he visit many places through Asia, including Nepal, Bhutan. There are lots of right now these days. He practiced actually meditate in many caves around the region. So still these days, people can visit this secret. The Padmasambhava's the caves and retreat. This place received really his blessings. People go there and practice 1 month, 2 months, and for Western students who want to practice Tibetan Buddhism, it is very important to understand Padmasambhava and his sort of rule in the development of Buddhism in Tibet. It's so very important. And so that's very sort of briefly that is about Padmasambhava. How he came, how the India king founded him, and then he didn't become a king of India, and then he went sort of through Asia, and he went to Tibet, and he spent most his life in Tibet, and he teach all these Tantric teachings in Tibet, and he has great students, and so very important. That's why when you practice Guru Yoga, your main root teacher is Padmasambhava, and inwardly your root teacher is your Buddha nature. We call that Buddha nature. So whatever you practice Guru Yoga, you have to visualize Guru Rinpoche. So that's why all the Nyingma, the preliminaries, we have so many different preliminaries, but the Guru Yoga part is about Padmasambhava. So that's why Padmasambhava is very important. And you need to understand the also 7-line prayers in order to practice Guru Yoga. But I will explain later. But the first I'm going to explain you the mantra Om Ahom Bajra Guru Bama Suddha Hong, because we practice that a lot, so you have to understand what's meaning this mantra. Because this mantra is important. Although at present we do not have the good fortune to see Guru Rinpoche's face or to hear his teaching, his voice, right? But we have his mantra, which he himself blessed with his wisdom. This mantra, love and kindness and strength to the identical with him. So this mantra it's like Padmasambhava himself, So this mantra is not really composed of ordinary syllables, but has to really power to all sort of dispel all obstacles and give you the wisdom and blessing. So 12 syllables, right? 12 syllables, Om Ahom Bajra. So these 12 syllables are the essence of the 12 branch of Buddha's teachings, which is the 12 lengths of interdependent origination. So which arise from ignorance and development in our taking rebirth over and over again. So this mantra can be explained in many ways, so many ways, and in particular in terms of 9 levels related to the 9 vehicles. So first Om Ahom are the first 3 syllables of this mantra. They represent Guru Rinpoche's body, speech, and wisdom mind. Om Ahom. Om corresponds to the Dharmakaya, which is the nature of phenomena, which is the nature of our minds. Om. A corresponds to the Sambhogakaya and the Lord of Compassion, the Avalokiteshvaraya. And Hong corresponds to the Nirmanakaya, manifesting as the lotus-born Padmasambhava, Guru Rinpoche. Om Ahom, this is the 3 kayas, And shortly, Om Ahom means all the Buddhas represent all the Buddhas' body, speech, and mind. Then Om Ahom Bajra. Bajra represents or meaning Padmasambhava or Guru Rinpoche's unchanging, demon-like wisdom. This symbolizes the unchanging, non-dual wisdom of the Buddhas, which cannot be affected or destroyed by ignorance, but cuts right through all delusion and obscurations. Its indestructible strength comes from the realization of Dharmakaya nature, the nature of Buddha. Bajra. Understand? And then Bajra Guru. Guru means teacher. Lama, teacher. The Guru is the most precious of all beings. And this represents, Guru means our ability to learn the teachings, because without the teacher we couldn't learn anything. And then Padma means lotus. And this refers to Guru Rinpoche's first name, the lotus born. Guru Rinpoche is the Nirmanakaya emanation of Amitabha, who corresponds to the lotus family and the speech aspect of the Buddhas. Guru Ummambajur Guru Padma. Siddhi. Siddhi means true accomplishment. True accomplishment.
Did you say that again?
Siddhi. True accomplishment. Can you hear there? Yeah? Okay. And it represents what we develop in our spiritual practice and represent both the common or ordinary and supreme attainments. So the first is ordinary accomplishment include freedom from sickness and endowments such as wealth, prosperity, and happiness. And the supreme accomplishment is to attain to completely realization of Guru Rinpoche himself, Siddhi. Then Hong is called to Guru Padmasambhava, requesting him to bestow these accomplishments on us in our invoking the Guru Rinpoche to come and to bless us with all the accomplishments, ordinary and supreme. So Guru Rinpoche and this mantra, 12-syllable mantra, are actually inseparable, if we understand correctly. And if we pray one pointedly like this, then there is absolutely no doubt that Guru Rinpoche will come at once to grant us his blessings with devotion. It is only through the blessings of a Buddha that we can achieve realization. I mentioned early this morning. So a prayer like this, one that invokes Guru Rinpoche's very name, must go out from the core of our heart. Then gradually our devotion will become spontaneous, and unseasoned, Remember that without faith, without devotion, there will be no accomplishment. According to Vajrayana practice, so important, devotion.
We were talking at lunch about for Western students who didn't grow up with the image and the understanding of Guru Rinpoche, for us to develop devotion to somebody we just learned about. What are your suggestions for us?
How to develop devotion?
Because we just, came to learn about this person and didn't.
Well, somebody really, you want to become someone's friend and you want to trust him. How you do that? You have to understand this person.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Investigate this person. You really found something good, and then you 100% you trust, right? And then you become a friend, and then help, no matter what circumstances. You have to understand Padmasambhava's teachings, how he is important teacher. Not only him, from him, there are so many students of his students. They're also very grateful for us. Because right now we have these amazing teachings, especially Vajrayana, the Tantric teachings, the Dzogchen teachings. It's from Padmasambhava. So if you understand his teachings, then automatically you will find the devotion and faith and trust. According to Buddhism, that's how we learn it, how we, like Buddha Shakyamuni himself said that, right? Investigate me and my teachings. Because if you investigate his teachings and you really understand deeply his teachings, and then you will see this teacher is special and has lots of qualities. And then, easy to develop your faith and devotion. That's why if you have no devotion to Padmasambhava, you have to learn about his teachings, especially the Tantric teachings and Tejal teachings. All the Tibetan, we have a Tejal revealer. What do you call it? Tertons in Tibet, Tejal revealer. It's from Padmasambhava only. Manifestation. The stage reviewers really, you never met them, right? Amazing. Really, something is there. One time my second root teacher is a Teja revealer. One time big temple, we just gathered together and always every day, right, listen his teachings. And one time he's kind of, get out and we are just huge, like we have 10,000 monks every day. It's huge, the temple. And he teaches like up there, he'd stay there and we, teach dance. One time and he just get out and he just like shows his two hands us and then he just did like this. And he got it, looks like egg, big. And then he broke, and inside these teachings, just small knots, But then he remember this the knots is actually Sanskrit term, like the Dakini, we call the Dakini languages. And he see this, as soon as he see this language, these letters, he remember all his teachings, from Padmasambhava teachings, just suddenly remember them. Because of this, this is the kind of reminder, And then he wrote lots of these teachings from that. So the Teja Review is very amazing. So those are actually manifestation of Padmasambhava. So pretty amazing. What I want to. So when you examine anything deeply, you always arrive at the nature of your mind. And this is the ultimate nature of everything. As a beginners who may be, on the path of accumulation or the path of path of accumulation, we ordinary beings have not had the actual realization of the nature of mind, right? It's for instance, we we know that smoke indicates the presence fire, right? But is not fire itself, for example. But by following the smoke, we can find the fire, right? Oh, there is the fire because I see the smoke. And then you just follow that, and then you find the fire. Exactly same. It's important to understand that the view of Guru Yoga, is not the same as the actual experience of nature mind. But by following the view and becoming familiar with it, we will arrive at the actual realization of nature mind itself. So that is the ultimate understanding of Guru Yoga, right? Through, we recite these prayers and visualize these lineages and understand the Guru Yoga, the teachings. These are like a smoke, Through this, then you get blessings, or you, recognize the nature mind. That is the fire. That is the ultimate Guru Yoga, right? So these are kind of methods, the visualizations, the prayers, the mantras. All of these are methods. The key point is recognize the nature of everything, nature of mind, nature of everything. Exactly same. The smoke is not fire. If you want fire, you follow smoke, and then eventually you get it. You find the fire. The smoke comes from fire, so you get fire. So if you want to nature mind, you practice Guru Yoga. You have to practice Guru Yoga and prayers and chant all this. All these are actually method. We need lots of method, otherwise we cannot control directly our mind. So that's why Guru Yoga is very important. I'm glad that you like this meditation, because this is the actually essence of the Dzogchen teaching. As I always say that for the Westerners teach, about Vajrayana right way, I think not so useful, I think, usually. The Hinayana is really good for Westerners, I believe, my understanding. Because we always say bodhicitta, compassion, love, these are Hinayana's teaching, right? People like that, people understand that. But when you little bit go into the Vajrayana teachings, then we talk about this faith and devotions and visualize the deities and chanting the mantras, and for really beginner, for the Westerners, that's a little bit difficult, right? A little bit difficult. Who Padmasambhava? I have no idea. Why I don't have faith, devotion. How? Why? There is no way, because he is not there, and I don't know his teachings. But if you looking really and want to learn in Buddhism, you have to learn in Padmasambhava's teachings. Then you will see how he is important, teacher in our lineage, in our in your path. But if you understand Hinayana teachings, then really good if you learn in Vajrayana. That's why Buddha, have these different teachings, right? The Hinayana, Mahayana, Vajrayana. Hinayana is for people thinking only themselves, right? Kind of. And then Mahayana is people thinking others. Vajrayana is a little bit higher than those. I will teach you more, but when we talk this devotion and faith, I'm not talking blind faith, blind devotion, which means you have to understand the teachings of Padmasambhavas. Through that knowledge, then you will see how important Padmasambhava is. So therefore, we are right now practicing Vajrayana teachings, Vajrayana meditation. If you understand and make sense, I think you're ready to, learning and practice Vajrayana teachings. If you think doesn't make sense or sometimes difficult to understand, then it's better practice Hinayana and meditation, teaching, But I think you understand very well, and it's amazing. I have, Padmasambhava, karmic connection. When I was very little baby, I have devotion him, and I don't understand him. I didn't, learn a lot of his teachings, but just automatically I have that feeling, It's not only me, most of Tibetans, they just without understand, they just, really. Padmasambhava, there's always they just thinking that, and feet in devotion. But if you don't, here I think, Padmasambhava is just, you think maybe just a person or maybe who knows that, but it's then difficult to develop the devotion, If that's the case, then maybe first you can, when we practice Guru Yoga, whoever you have a devotion at faith, you can visualize that. Whatever, it's not necessary Padmasambhava, right? But in my lineage and Nyingma, Nyingma lineage. Nyingma is the ancient school, the oldest school. That's my lineage. So that lineage, Padmasambhava, is the most important. We have the second Buddha. Buddha Shakyamuni, the most important Buddha, right? But in Nyingma lineage, I don't know why, but when we meditate, practice preliminaries, always Padmasambhava. Nyingma, always Padmasambhava. So whoever you have, faith in devotion, you can visualize that, and then slowly you will definitely understand of Padmasambhava. And once you have devotion him, then easily, get blessings from him. Definitely, you feel something different. Believe me, and you will experience that if you practice continually this Guru Rinpoche, the Guru Yoga. Understand? No question? So you can visualize Buddha Shakyamuni, you can visualize Padmasambhava, whoever, you can visualize your teacher. So Guru Yoga is actually Vajrayana, and try to teach you and try to find your nature mind. That is the key point. But directly, it's difficult to find our nature. nature mind. So we have sort of we use these methods, and then, slowly and easily to find our path into our nature mind. Then that's your path. That's your goal. That's your meditation. The subject, what do you call it? Subject or object? Object of your meditation is the mind.
It's both the subject and the
Subject and object. Well, object, subject. So actually, subject to subject. So it's about your mind, okay? It's about your mind, relative mind, ultimate mind, right? Relative bodhicitta, ultimate bodhicitta. You should really practice bodhicitta. Everything include there. If you really understand, everything is there. So whenever you practice Guru Yoga, bodhicitta, there. You need bodhicitta. All right, what else? That's about Padmasambhava, okay? Very briefly, Padmasambhava. It's so important, the second Buddha. Most the profound teaching of Dzogchen, this comes from Padmasambhava. Now, again, meditate on Guru Yoga. Same as last section. But maybe we need to change a little bit here is the we say 7 times the 7-line supplication. After that, this time will not recite Bhajra Guru, the mantra, just to go into the 7 branch offerings. Then after that, then there is a Padmasambhava's mantra. So we'll say that several times. See how much we have time. 7-line supplications, 7 times. Yep.
question. On there when we ask Padmasambhava to remain as the Vajrakaya, is that asking him to? Is Vajrakaya in a sense asking him to
Dorjika.
granting his wisdom? His wisdom blessing?
Dorjika. Vajrakaya means Vajra means unchanging.
Unchanging.
Kaya means the body. It's Padmasambhava.
His entire being.
Its entire being.
His
Yep.
wisdom.
Yep. Another thing I forgot to tell you, I did, but during this month, if you stop eating meat, just to let me know, because we have big ceremony, big puja in Tibet. And if you tell me your name and stop eating meat this month, then I will tell them and let them know, and they will. They have prayers and mantras, amazing, puja there. So they will dedicate, and we can, our virtues and everything include, and they will dedicate for us, and there will be like tens of thousands people or monks, together. I think 7 days they have. This month is the most important in Tibet. So all over the Tibet, right now they're doing good things. Teachers go everywhere and teach the lay people, ordinary people, stop eating meat and do other some virtue things. Then they bring all these virtuous things together and dedicate merit. So all over in Tibet. So we can, let them know, and they will dedicate for us. I mean, that's big things, So if you can, I mean, I'm not pushing you, but if you can, just let me know your name, and I will tell them, and they will do that. That's really, I think, very important prayer. So now you're ready.
How wondrous.
Oh.
In a self-manifest realm of infinite purity, I find myself visualized as Vajrayogini. On my crown sits 1,000-petaled lotus, a sun and moon, and an Odiyana Vajradhara, union of all sources of refuge. He is white tinged with red, with a peaceful smile, Vajra, skull cap, and vase. He wears some Bodhikaya ornaments and is embraced by his partner Yeshe Sogya. Self-arisen mandalas of Tantra are perfectly present in his form. Root and lineage gurus, dakinis, and yoga-bounds surround him like a pod of seeds split open. From Chamara continent come their wisdom counterparts. Falling like rain, they dissolve into the visualized support. Home, in the northwest.
Where's the land of Odiyana, central of blooms lotus flower, is the wonder with the seven wondrous city, the renowned lotus-born Padmakara, surrounded by vast retinue of Dakinis. Following in the footsteps I pray, please come and visit your blessings. Guru Padmasambhava Hong, Hong northwest, the land of Odiyana, central of bloom lotus flower, is the wandering in the city, the renowned lotus-born Padmakara, surrounded by vast retinue of Dakinis. Following in your footsteps I pray, please come and visit your blessings. Guru Padmasambhava Hong, Hong northwest of land of Odiyana, center of blooming lotus flower, is the one with supreme wondrous city, the renowned lotus-born Padmakara, surrounded by vast retinue of Dakinis. Following your footsteps I pray, please come and visit your blessings. Guru Padmasambhava Hong, Hong northwest land of Odiyana, center of the lotus flower, is the one with supreme wondrous city, the renowned lotus-born Padmakara, surrounded by vast retinue of Dakinis. Following your footsteps I pray, please come and visit your blessings. Guru Padmasambhava Hong northwest land of Odiyana, the center of bloom lotus flower, is the one with supreme wondrous city, the renowned lotus-born Padmakara, surrounded by vast retinue of Dakinis. Following your footsteps I pray, please come and bestow your blessings. Guru Padmasambhava Hong, Hong northwest land of Odiyana, center of burning lotus flower, is the one with supreme wondrous city, the renowned lotus-born Padmakara, surrounded by vast retinue of Dakinis. Following in your footsteps I pray, please come and bestow your blessings. Guru Padmasambhava Hong, Hong northwest of land of Odiyana, center of burning lotus flower, is the one with supreme wondrous city, the renowned lotus-born Padmakara, surrounded by vast retinue of Dakinis. Following your footsteps I pray, please come and visit your blessings. Guru Padmasambhava Hong,
Ho.
With
Infinite bodies I bow down, prostrating respectfully, and offer as Samantabhadra apparent existence to manifest ground. Every misdeed and downfall from all lifetimes I now confess, rejoicing in all virtue throughout samsara and nirvana. May you remain as the Vajrakaya as long as beings and realms exist. I beseech you to turn the wheel of the profound and vast Dharma as I dedicate this whole host of virtues to the attainment of Buddhahood. In the magnetizing fortress of the northern land of Bodhiana dwells the emanation of the Sugatas body, speech, and mind. Come to the continent of Jambu for the welfare of beings, surrounded by a multitude of Vinyayaras and Dakinis. I supplicate the divine assembly of Padmakara. I supplicate you, Padmakara, Guru of Bodhiana. Please grant me your blessings and empowerments. From the three syllables in the Guru's three places, three lights radiate, white, red, and dark blue, dissolving into my three places, blessing me as they do. The Guru and his retinue then dissolve into light, traveling the path of Brahma and melting into the core of my heart. The enlightened mind of the Guru and my own indivisible, I settle into the innate nature of the Dharmakaya mind, cleansing the four obscurations and achieving the four empowerments wisdom. All blessings and empowerments are attained. The four paths are mastered and the four kayas actualized.
Ahom Banzangara Bamazade Hom Om 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 Ahom Banzangara Bamazade Om Ahom Banzangara Bamazade Hom Om Ahom Banzangara Bamazade Hom Om Ahom Sede Hum. Om Ahum Bhajan Guru Pema 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 Sede Hum. Little bit, open your eyes, little bit, not big, little bit, and then just relax. All the lineages dissolve into Guru Rinpoche. Guru Rinpoche dissolve in light. Light dissolve into you. Look deeply into your mind. Recognize the clarity. And the emptiness. Just to relax. Very good. Now, dedication.
In all my life, may I
Not part of the
and
may I enjoy the perfecting the qualities of Bhat in the world. May I swiftly attain the state of Vajrayana. This glorious,
precious one,
dwell in lotus state of my heart. Look upon me and care for me out of your goodness, and grant the actualization of your body, speech, and mind. Regarding the activities of my glorious root Lama, may I never develop around you, even moment. And by the respect over whatever he does is good. May Lama's abrogation blessing into my mind. Thank you. Take a break.